You can't wait for 2 weeks for Love Island, so you got to watch something else that has love going on. And that's what we're going to talk about tonight. Love. How you doing? I am here to host a show. Yeah. Welcome back to Popcorn Poppin' Live-ish, your ultimate movie, TV, and streaming guide. There's too much content in the world, and you can't be wasting your time. So let me waste my time for you by watching all that looks vaguely interesting and letting you know what's poppin' and what ain't. Tonight, we'll be talking about a movie and some other movies, but do know that new episodes drop weekly on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and every Monday at 7 p.m. we're live-ish for those streams. Spotify will even have new episodes on Tuesday mornings at 6 a.m., but be sure to be here on Mondays at 7 so you can like, subscribe, and follow Popcorn Poppin' Production on all those sites so you're the first ones to watch the episodes and stay up to date on what's popping on the big screen or small. Tonight, we'll be talking about the infatuation thriller, Obsession, along with the best crazy love films and where to find them. But let's start off with our weekly disclaimer. What's a disclaimer? I never heard of that. Yes, you have. What you're about to listen to are the opinions of Popcorn Poppin' Productions and that of myself, the Popcorn Poppy. Art is subjective, and I'm merely giving you my suggestions and opinions. If you disagree or agree, I always recommend you to watch the film for yourself and share your thoughts in the comments. So let us begin with Obsession, now in theaters, about a socially awkward 20-something-year-old music store clerk who finds a magical one-wish willow and uses it to wish a girl he's been in love with for years to become infatuated with him. The wish works, but a bit too well. Poppin' or not? It's a big question. It's a question we ask ourselves every week. But let me search for Bucky and find out. Oh, is that you, Bucky? Okay, good. Bucky, is Obsession poppin' or ain't? Oh, highly enamored poppin'. I don't know what enamored means. Oh, wait, I do know what that means. It means to be filled with the feeling of love for. This is a classic genie out of the bottle, be careful what you wish for, monkey paw love story that turns into an eerie, slow burn horror tale. The story is very straightforward and easily fun for the filmmakers and actors to toy with. Having grown up as an awkward nerd with a number of crushes from that one girl that already put you in the friend zone before even taking a breath, I can relate to the internal struggle of sharing your feelings and the eternal fear of ruining a friendship you cherish and having that everlasting panic of being rejected. Woe is me. The protagonist of the film, Bear, played by Michael Johnston, does an excellent job at translating that struggle of shy and vocally hints at the internal despair as well. His friend Ian, played by Cooper Tomlinson, is great at trying to lead his friend away from the well with secret intentions of his own while giving some of the comedic relief to a sinister story. This movie, in fact, is comedy thriller, but definitely more of like a creepy scary movie than it is a comedy. It just has a lot of comedic moments, and he has a lot of relief in that realm. And even the other mutual friend with a secret yearning of her own, Sarah, played by Megan Lawless, only has a handful of scenes, but she does a great job at being a friend, nervous to flirt with her friend. But of course, the best acting comes from Bear's crush, the poor and truly innocent victim, Nikki, played by, and I'm sorry for mispronouncing her name, Indy Navarrete. Not only does she give a good, fun, and friendly energy for Bear to fall in love with, even though she does seem a bit kooky before the wish even transpires, Indy fucking nails the crazy, creepy, and possessive personality of a trapped soul. Yikes. Even though what transpires calls for an easily entertaining ride, the film wouldn't have worked half as well without our two lead actors. They help us care for both characters, regardless of ridiculous decision-making and general craziness. The mechanics and rules of the magical one-wish willow is fairly vague, which I kind of love. All you know is that you can only make one wish and you can't alter or cancel it unless you die. The grand mystery of any project, especially in horror, is best left without answering all of the questions because you become more interested. Weapons did this very well with Amy Madigan's character. Without spoiling anything, this character's history is something you have to fill in the blanks on your own. But Krieger, I'm sorry for mispronouncing your name, but the director, Zach Krieger, sort of hints at what could be using only breadcrumbs, not breadcrumbs, breadcrumbs without spelling it out completely. I also loved the most important rule of the One Wish Willow in Obsession. You'll have to die in order to break a wish. How does one escape exactly what they wished for? You'll have to check it out to find out. My only gripe with the film is the usual for a lot of horror films. People just don't react appropriately enough to this crazy bitch's behavior. Sure, people reach out to Bear expressing their concern for Nikki, but there is one particular scene taking place at a party where Nikki's behavior is more than erratic. It's fucking psychotic. And everyone there just stares uncomfortably. Only a group of white people would just watch a girl freak out like this, but I at least expected the only brother in the film to stand up and go, "This bitch is crazy. We need to do something." And I'm only half kidding. This is absolutely a point where someone needs to say, "Hey, Nikki, let's go outside for a second," or "Bitch, get the fuck out of my house." Now, this film was written and directed by Curry Barker, who, alongside with his creative partner, Cooper Tomlinson, playing Ian and associate produces the film, got their start with their sketch comedy channel, That's a Bad Idea, who I actually followed prior to ever hearing about this film. And I'm actually less familiar with their short films, but they have a bunch of award winners, including The Chair, Warnings, and Milk and Cereal. Short film-wise, they're mostly horror shorts, and there's a bunch of others you can watch on YouTube, but there's even a few outside of horror. I know I say horror funny, including Meanwhile Outside the Bank and Striking Gold. Most of these you can watch on the internet, like YouTube. What I love about short films in general is being more connected to an isolated incident and focusing on that one incident alone, which a lot of these short films appear to do. I'll be looking forward to checking these out in the future, but props to Curry Barker for joining the crew of comedic actors, being so great with horror. He has joined the ranks of Jordan Peele with Get Out, Us, and Nope, Zach Krieger, sorry for mispronouncing your name, for Barbarian, Weapons, and the upcoming Resident Evil, and Bill Hader for his upcoming directorial debut and horror film titled They Know. That's what it's called. The tone of Obsession was creepy, and sometimes it was scary. A lot of times it was annoying because people just weren't freaking out properly. Having said that, this film has more appropriate reactions from characters compared to others. There were only a few times where I thought things were a bit slow, but you want to make a film like this slow burn so you can capitalize on the batshit crazy moments so much more that you have audiences shout at the screen like they genuinely did at my theater. It was a lot of fun. One takeaway for me was that Barker had actually explained this about filmmaking. He learned that pacing is everything, and he likes to show maximum story in one shot. And that really comes across in this film. But the absolute best part of the film, hands down, was the ending. The final 10 minutes in particular of the film, genuinely 100% perfect. I can't go into too much detail, and obviously you just need to know that I will be forever envious of the final shot of the film, including when the credits begin to roll. I was quite inspired by these young filmmakers who do a great job as them. I'm going to try that one more time. But the absolute best part of the film was the ending. The final 10 minutes of the film were honestly and 100% genuinely perfect. I can't go into too much detail, obviously, but just know that I will be forever envious of the final shot of Obsession, including when the credits begin to roll. I kind of wanted to stand up and clap. I was quite inspired by these young filmmakers who do as great of a job as they did. Without the perfect conclusion, I would give the film a large popcorn, but the end gives it a shit ton of butter. Easily, Obsession can easily be an anthology series that I hope comes to fruition. The director, Curry Barker, who I keep saying Curry Baker, but it's Curry Barker, has said that he wanted to do an anthology series or maybe even a sequel, but he was more interested in an anthology where he would do the pilot and other filmmakers can come in and do their own episode. So I highly recommend to become obsessed with Obsessions in theaters right now. I'm going to take that back. Without the perfect conclusion, I would give the film a large popcorn, but the end gives it butter easily, a shit ton of butter. Obsession can easily be an anthology series that I hope comes to fruition. The director even explained that he may be interested in a sequel, but he's very curious about an anthology series where he would do the pilot and other filmmakers can do one wish of their own each episode. I highly recommend to become obsessed with Obsession in theaters right now. We're going to take a little bit of a break. I'm going to show you part of a little short film I made about love called I Hate to Say I Love You. But be sure to stick around, watch that, and then we're going to continue with the best crazy love films I've ever seen. Go ahead and roll the short.
Jessica, I kind of love you. Jessica, I heart you. That's stupid. Jessica, Love. That's what I feel for you. I think she knows how to spell for it. I think I love you. Love you. I do. I do. Love you, that is. I like you so much. This is so stupid how hard this is. We should call it love. Ever fell in love with someone before? You love, right? Right? I love too. And that's what I have for you. And that rhymes, so you know it's true. I might as well just make a rap. Jessica. Look at you, you're looking okay. I think Love like you. Oh, it's actually love and it's true. No, don't do that. You might as well write her a letter. Count the what? This is stupid. I love you. Too loud. I love you. Too loud. Huh? It's too quiet. I like you a lot. I can't just say it. I can't say it normal. Why can't I say it? Why can't you say it normal? What do regular people say? What do regular people say?
What do regular people say?
I love you. I love you. It's a shirt. I love you. Am I gonna? I love you. I'm not gonna do this with my shirt. Let me take a shirt. Now that I'm refreshed, I can tell you how you've refreshed my heart. I think I love you. I think I love you. 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 I love you so much. I forgot to put on a shirt. I love you so much. I put on a shirt. Lack of chest hair. Let's button it up because I don't have any.
Oh, there's one there, but I have to be like down here.
See it? Will she? No, she'll just see my pale chest. I have yellow teeth. I love you. I love you. I love you. Less yellow. I love you. I love you. I love you.
Right. Now, be for real. If I told you that in that way, would you say I love you back? Huh? God, you're so unhelpful. You know that? You're very, very unhelpful. I'm not going to feed you anymore. Instead, I'm going to take a walk because I don't know if this girl feels the same.
And if you want to check out the rest of that, be sure to go over to YouTube and check out Popcorn Poppin Productions for the rest of I Hate to Say I Love You, co-starring Robin Floyd and, as you saw, little Hopper Floyd. Just a reminder that the guide of where to stream the following films are confirmed locations in May of 2026. Every month, films tend to change streaming locations, so if you watch this video late and notice I said only available to rent, but it's actually on HBO Max 2 months later, let the people know by commenting below. And let's start with the best crazy love films. Not that one. Starting with probably it was the first crazy love film that I've seen. let's check out the best crazy love films, starting with the first crazy love film that I have watched and I loved. Swim Fan, about a popular high school swimming athlete in a loving relationship, becomes tempted to cheat with the new girl at school who may be more interested in him than she appears to be. This one is a classic cautionary tale starring famous clock stopper Jesse Bradford and fuck around and find out energy actress Erica Christensen that teaches you that you should be grateful for what you have, and giving into temptation will surely have gargantuan consequences. Swim over to a stream and rent Swim Fan right now. I'm gonna try to do like little poses for each one. Play, Misty, for me. A late night / early morning radio disc jockey, and not like DJ Khaled or DJ Julia, like just a guy who plays music for the loners on a lonely night disc jockey, hooks up with a fan and wishes he didn't. Clint Eastwood's 1971 directorial debut was surprisingly not a Western, but another cautionary tale that goes to show that just because she's beautiful and she's a fan doesn't mean you get to hit it and easily quit it. Jessica Walter plays a great crazy fan, and of course she's good at crazy. She's Mallory motherfucking Archer and Lucille motherfucking Bluth. This film does a great job at building a questionable relationship and scaring you with wild-ass behavior without using a score to do so. Play Misty for me by renting it right now. You can also check out when most people think of crazy girl you hooked up with stories, they turn to Fatal Attraction with Glenn Close and Michael Douglas, about a married lawyer father who quickly Let's try that again. When most people think of crazy girl you hooked up with stories, they used to turn to Fatal Attraction with Glenn Close and Michael Douglas, a married lawyer father who quickly regrets a night of passion stepping outside of his marriage. Not because of guilt, though. It's because she's going to start stalking him now. Glenn Close really captures the crazy, but honestly, this film's... What did I just say? This film's... I think I'm having a stroke. That was crazy. I'm going to try this one more time. All right. When most people think of crazy girl you hooked up with stories, they used to turn to Fatal Attraction with Glenn Close and Michael Douglas, a married lawyer / father, because you can only be lawyer / father, who quickly regrets fuck. Ugh. When most people think of crazy girl you hooked up with stories, they used to turn to Fatal Attraction with Glenn Close and Michael Douglas, about a married lawyer father who quickly regrets a night of passion stepping outside of his marriage. Not because of guilt, though. It's because she gonna start stalking him now. Glenn Close really captures the crazy, but honestly, this film proves people need to seek out mental health solutions because she is clearly unwell. Her character is more crazy than empathetic, but still empathetic to a degree, and Glenn Close closely emulates the get as far away from me as you possibly can energy. And there's also a TV miniseries, Fatal Attraction, with Joshua Jackson and Lizzie Kaplan that was pretty good, but not as good as the original. I think the show did a good job at making Kaplan's character more three-dimensional, but if you watch the miniseries, let me know what you think. Become fatally attracted to Fatal Attraction film and the miniseries, both on Paramount+. Ooh. Not obsession, but obsessed. Starring Idris Elba, Beyonce Knowles, and Ali Larter, about a married executive who becomes the target of the new girl's affection, especially after he denies her advances. If anything, that makes her want him even more, and not vice versa. Besides The Wire, this was probably my introduction to Idris Elba, and I had already been familiar with Ali Larter, who is sexy as hell in the movie. But if Beyonce is your wife, Ali Larter's character should have just moved on, because who would cheat on Beyonce, right? Right? Anyways, the film is a good 2000s crazy bitch thriller that's basically a recycled Fatal Attraction, but still holds up for me anyway. Obsess over the obsessed on Tubi right now. Gone Girl, not to be confused with Ben Affleck's Gone Baby Gone. Instead, it's about the famous wife, played by Rosamund Pike, of an unhappy and some would say ungrateful cheater, played by Ben Affleck, goes missing and the mystery slowly unravels, starting with the questions. What happened to Amazing Amy and what did her husband do? Kill her? I've spoken countless times about this fantastic Fincher mystery and hail it as one of my favorite films for his direction, the crazy unraveling storyline, and the badassery of acting that comes from Rosamund Pike, which she was nominated for an Academy Award for, by the way. Wish she had won. But Ben Affleck was cool too. I like him. Even Tyler Perry has a few scenes that are very well acted. You can get Gone Girl by renting Gone Girl right now. Fuck, I gotta do all that over again. If you're watching this live, I'm sorry that you get to watch the mistakes too. I'm gonna go over this one more time. Gone Girl, not to be confused with Ben Affleck's Gone Baby Gone. Instead, it's about the famous wife played by Rosamund Pike of an unhappy and some would say ungrateful cheater played by Ben Affleck goes missing and the mystery slowly unravels, starting with the questions: what happened to Amazing Amy? And did her husband kill her? I've spoken countless times about this fantastic Fincher mystery and hail it as one of my favorite films for his direction, the crazy unraveling storyline, and the badass acting from Oscar nominee Rosamund Pike for this film. Plus, Ben Affleck's cool, and I like him. Even Tyler Perry has a few scenes that are very well acted. And you can get Gone Girl by renting it right now. Next up is Fear. A father disapproves his 16-year-old's daughter's relationship with a 23-year-old Marky Mark, even though he seems like he's such a nice guy. Turns out, the dude's crazy as fuck. Ow, that hurts. This one stars Mark Wahlberg, William Peterson, and Renee Zellweger. Fear really touches on the genre of how a toxic and possessive boyfriend can be and the fear a father has from any other man taking his little girl from him. But never you fear, because this film has all those 90s thrillers notes and a decent acting role from a young Marky Mark. Seriously. Also, this film was directed by recently deceased James Foley, who did Confidence and Glengarry Glen Ross. So, you know it's finna be fire, yo. Be brave and face your good vibration fear by renting Fear right now. I can't do that anymore. That really hurts. What you can do is call Cable Guy. A recently dumped man becomes friendly with his overly ingratiating. Is it ingratiating? I'm going to say he's ingratiating cable guy, but wishes to be left alone with his TV. Yet this cable guy can't change the channel because he's too tuned in to his new friendship. Now, this relationship is buddy love with Matthew Broderick and Jim Carrey, who is terrifyingly hilarious in this Ben Stiller directed and Judd Apatow produced thriller comedy, where the lesson must be learned to keep firm those boundaries between work and friendship. Cut the cord and rent Cable Guy right now. And last but certainly not least, and technically not the last one, My Super Ex-Girlfriend. A normal guy dates a superhero, but after leaving her for becoming too possessive, she becomes less of a superhero and more of a supervillain in his life. This one was directed by Ivan Reitman, who famously did Ghostbusters 1 and 2, Meatballs, Stripes, Kindergarten Cop. I think he did Twins, and another underrated comedy, Evolution. I found My Super Ex-Girlfriend with Luke Wilson and Uma Thurman painfully underrated and fun. It's a comedy that has a great supporting cast of Anna Faris, Wanda Sykes, Rainn Wilson, and even Eddie Izzard. I was fairly surprised at how good at comedy Uma Thurman was and believed this would give her more acting opportunities in that genre instead of what ended up following. However, this film not only entertains well, but gives a new spin on not meeting your heroes. Don't date them either. Save yourself and watch My Super Ex-Girlfriend on Amazon Prime Video right now. And some honorable mentions. There is the Dominic Monaghan horror Pet you can watch on Amazon Prime Video. By the way, all of these honorable mentions are only honorably mentioned because I don't want to have more than 8 suggestions for I don't want to have a list more than 8 films. And B, because I don't really remember these films that well, but I remember really enjoying them. So Pet, you can check out on Amazon Prime Video. You can also check out the Sandra Bullock, Bradley Cooper comedy All About Steve, which a lot of people gave the movie a lot of shit for. I thought it was pretty funny. I liked it. You can check that out by renting it. You can also check out Wicker Park with Josh Hartnett, Rose Byrne, and it's an excellent mystery remake of Le Appartement with Vincent Cassel and Monica Bellucci. But Wicker Park, I remember watching on a sick day that I had from school, and I cut class. I didn't go to school because I was sick. And I turned this on, and it was just miles better than I thought it was going to be. So I don't remember it very well, but I remember loving it. And hopefully you love it when you check it out on either Tubi, Pluto, or YouTube for freezies. God damn it, I did it again. There's a thin line between love and hate, and Martin Lawrence finna find out by Lynn Whitfield in this comedy on Stars. I don't remember this film very well, but I do remember that I loved it a lot, and it was written and directed by Martin Lawrence as well, and I don't think he directed any other film. So you can check this out on Stars. And be sure to check out Sleeping with the Enemy, the Julia Roberts thriller available to rent. And finally, for real this time, The Crush with Alicia Silverstone is a thriller you can watch on Tubi, Pluto, and Prime Video. But it goes to beg the question, what are some of your favorite crazy love favorites? Are you in crazy love with someone? Will you tell me? Is it a secret? Do you need a therapist? Am I too crazy to be in love with movies as much as I am? Be sure to answer by commenting below and subscribe for more reviews, sketches, and of course, Tom Fuckery. I'm the Popcorn Poppy, and I'll see you all on the couch.